Okay, hello everybody. So if you're like me, you're often short on time because you have a million things on your plate and it's not really realistic to do makeup that is many steps all day, every day, especially in the morning. Using only 3 items of makeup for your face, you can really even out your tone, bring out a nice glow, and just get yourself to look more refreshed. Okay, so let's get right to it. The 3 items are this Natura Glacé powder. It's a translucent powder in the color 01 translucent beige with an SPF 40. So I really like having SPF in my face products. I think it really helps to just give that extra layer of protection from the sun. Although the only thing on my face right now already is sunscreen. I put that on every single day before I do anything else, or that might be all I do. But our first product other than sunscreen is gonna be this Natura Glacé loose powder. And then the 2 other items are from RMS Beauty. So the first one is the Uncover Up Concealer. Here you see RMS Beauty in the color or the style 22.5. They have tones in different variations. The 0.5s are different from the whole numbers, and that has to do with your undertone. So I thought I was a 22 or a 23, and it turned out that those didn't match my undertone. So I highly recommend that you go try, because even if you look on YouTube and do color matching, it can be very difficult to tell. For the concealer, you might want to go slightly lighter than your natural skin color. That's at least what I do, because that actually just helps to kind of give you a bit of a refreshed look, because I mostly use concealer underneath my eyes and a little bit around my nose for the redness. Our third and last product for this super minimalist makeup look is the Buriti Bronzer. It's a bronzer that is supposed to go on every single shade of skin. Now, of course, that is something they claim, but I personally find that it looks really good on me and friends who have a totally different skin tone. Also on the RMS Beauty site, you can see that they show it on a variety of skin tones from very fair to very deep skin. And it looks really good. Depending on how fair or deep you are, you might want to layer more or less of the product on, or place it slightly differently depending on your face shape. Okay, this is literally how I would do my makeup if I have 5 minutes of time. So Natura Glacé, you open it like this. The powder is a little bit tricky sometimes to get out because you kind of have to shake it. You can of course also close it again and then shake it once you take out the sponge. The sponge comes with it. Take the sponge here, super simple, and then dab it onto the powder that has come out loosely. Not totally spill free, so might take a bit of trial and error. And I just like to dab that right onto my T-zone. The T-zone is your forehead, and then your nose and chin area, where I have the most shine. I don't know about you all, but especially in the summer, I am sweaty Betty. And I only sweat from my face pretty much. I don't know, I don't sweat from my feet or my bum. I have under boob sweat as well. That's a lovely one. So if you know any tips for that, let me know. But I mostly sweat on my face, which is really unfortunate, I find, because I really like this powder. The fact that it has SPF also means that I, use it as a double layer sun protection. So here we just apply this powder, super simple. I mostly put it on the T-zone, but I also do like to swipe it across my face again because of the sun protection. It doesn't hurt. It's a very fine powder, so I don't feel like it clogs the pores. Okay, so now that we've reduced the shine, we go right to the Uncover Up from RMS Beauty. Here we are. This is the color. You can see it against my skin here. I just put this on my ring finger, so your ring finger doesn't use as much pressure because you don't use it in your daily life as much to, cook or write or use the computer or your phone. So I apply it from the inside of my under eye, and this I just apply with my fingers. Really just get that right in under the lash line. It's a very gentle product, so you don't really have to worry too much. You can build it depending on how much sleep you got that night. If you feel like your under eye circles are really strong, you can obviously apply more. You can also apply this with a brush, of course, or with a beauty blender, but because I'm trying to be as minimal as possible, I try to reduce the tools that I use to only the ones that I feel really add a lot of value to my routine or really make the product a lot better. And with the concealer, personally, I don't find that. You can also put it on the top of your eyes here a little bit. Yeah. if you, like me, have a bit of a natural darker shade on the top of your eyes, just to sort of brighten and even out that part there. And then I tend to have red spots around my nose, especially now it's fall, colder season. I blow my nose a lot because I have a bit of congestion, so I just like to even that out. You can apply this concealer literally all over your face. I mean, you know, get the kind of around my period time, I'll get the red marks around my lips a lot, or on the chin, or like the occasional sit right here above that eyebrow. So this of course doesn't completely make them go away because we're only applying spotted concealer. We're not applying a heavy foundation at all. And it's, you know, very lightweight and doesn't, you know, add additional cloggage to your pores. There we are. Okay. So that's just the concealer. It doesn't completely cover things up, but it just evens out your skin tone and reduces a bit of the dark and the red patches on your face. And now finally we take the Buriti bronzer. Here you go. You can see I've already used quite a bit, and I like to take RMS Beauty's brush. So here we just dab it into the pot. You can see that it comes onto the brush very lightly. You can barely actually see it also because the brush is pink, but you can see it here at the tips, at the bottom, the way that it's just being applied onto the brush. I personally actually like to start in the middle of my nose, a little bit higher up. I know that looks a bit extreme right now, but it'll of course all be blended in. And then depending on your face shape, I would go with, as you can see, the natural kind of redness and shadow on my cheek on both sides is here. You can just see that if you look in the mirror. If you don't have natural redness, then you can do the whole sucking in your cheeks and going above the cheekbone. Since this is a bronzer, you can use it also as a contour, but because it has some shimmer in it, I would use it more the way that you use a bronzer. So I apply it to the cheek as well. Take some from the nose if I apply too much on the nose, and then apply it onto the cheek. And what I like to do then is I like to bind the bridge of my nose here. That's why I like putting it on the center, and then bind that, combine it, blend it out along and up the cheekbone. Now it looks a bit reddish at first. That's because you really need to blend it in. So don't be a bit freaked out if that happens. You can also apply much, much less at the beginning if you feel like it's too intense. And then since it's a bronzer, you want to apply a little bit to everywhere where light may hit your face naturally. So as in natural light would be the sun. And here, just again, blend it well. You can definitely use your fingers as well to blend it. Actually, I find that that blends it quite well, especially if you've used a little bit much product and gone a bit heavy-handed. But I like to apply that to the top of my forehead where the sun hits the chin, and just right nicely up into the cheekbone area here. Make sure you blend all the way out to your hairline, and then a bit on the nose. And as you wear this over the day, it will also, you know, absorb more into the skin because it's cream based. It will absorb more than, you know, some other formulations. But as you can see, that once it's nicely blended in, it just gives you that really nice sun-kissed glow. But I just decided to apply just a little bit more because I'm really enjoying looking like I had a vacation when I didn't. So I'm just applying a tiny bit more. No, like, where were you? Nowhere, just in my apartment applying some makeup. This product, this Buriti bronzer, is a bit of my holy grail product. So again, now it looks a little bit more intense. I actually don't mind this slightly sunburned look, but again, because it's a cream bronzer, it's very easy to just blend into your skin. And there you have it. That was 3 products for a glowy, sun-kissed, natural, quick and easy look. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for new content, and I can't wait to see you back on the channel. Ciao!